May as well finish off the entire bottle.
Two words you don't say: snatch and guts. It's like, ugh.
Who says guts and when they're talking about a vagina?
Like, I mean, them guts. But
Bye. Hi you guys, it's Teneille. I'm back with another video. Here to talk about the different ways that you can keep and maintain your cooter, your vagina, your whatever the hell you want to call it. I have about 5 to 11 names for it, but we all know what we talk about here. Thought it'd be a nice little video to do. Stuck in the house, don't really have much to do during this whole coronavirus situation. So I came up with 10 different steps or 10 different things that you can do to maintain your feminine hygiene. These are things that have worked for me, some things that I know that have worked for others. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really prescribe or diagnose or treat anything that may be going on. So of course, please consult with your doctor for your particular situation if you have one. But let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, choose your soap. Choose your soap. Choose your soap wisely. I typically like to go for things that are fragrance free. One thing that has worked for me is using Castile soap. I'm not sure if it's Castile or Castile soap. I think it's Castile soap. It comes in a tall little container of sorts. You can get it at Walgreens, Walmart. You can also get it at Whole Foods. You can also buy it offline on Amazon. But basically, it's liquid soap. And pretty much has, I think, nearly all natural ingredients, and you can use it for your skin, your veg, you can use it for your hair. I even think you can use it for cleaning, but that worked for me. But fragrance-free soap is typically the way to go, because honestly, you're not supposed to use soap down there to begin with. I know that you want to clean, you want to disinfect, but too much fragrance, too much soap, and all that stuff going on can irritate the bacteria that's already in your vagina and make things look a bit more worse than they probably already are. So yeah, if you need to use soap, opt for something that's fragrance free, all natural soap. Number 2, I know we all like to smell good, but say you have a little date and you know some things about to go on that night. Instead of using perfume, opt to use oils instead. When I say oils, you can use things like tea tree oil. But don't put the whole thing all up in there, because you're going to end up burning the inside of your vagina walls. And we don't want that, because that does not feel pleasant at all. But if you need to, use some tea tree oil, dilute it with a little bit of water, and put a few drops in there and around the area. I also like to use coconut oil because it helps keep the vagina lips nice and soft and moisturized. And it's natural as well. But as far as perfumes are concerned, I would stray away from that again. There's a lot of fragrance going on. You don't want to disrupt all of your pH and all of the good bacteria that's in your vagina. So I would stay away from perfumes altogether, because it can just irritate things and make things a hot mess, and we don't want that. Number 3, probiotics. If you don't already, you should be taking some type of probiotic. These can come in a pill form. You can also, of course, opt to eat Greek yogurt. I didn't like it at first. I think I just had to buy the right type of brand. But you can always opt for Greek yogurt. Of course, try and stick with the healthier versions or varieties of Greek yogurt, because they do provide probiotics that help feed the good bacteria that's in your vagina and keep things balanced. As far as the probiotics that you can buy in the pill form, you can get, of course, this from any of your local drugstores, pharmacies, or grocery stores and whatnot. It just has to have this particular ingredient in it. Don't know how it's pronounced, but it's right here on the bottom of the screen. Number 4, your diet. With your diet, make sure that you're drinking a lot of water on a daily basis so that you flush your system out, get rid of all those toxins that be make clinging on the inside of all of your walls and all of this going on. You want to flush all that out on a daily basis. And make sure, of course, that you're eating a clean diet. I know every single day is not going to happen, because it sure don't happen with me. But for the most part, try and make sure that you implement, fruits, veggies in your diet, fish. So make sure that you're trying to have some type of balance in your diet so that you're getting a lot of fruits, you're getting a lot of veggies, you're getting a lot of the vitamins and the minerals that your body needs in order to be balanced. And of course, just drink your water. And the whole thing with the fruits and vegetables and having a balanced and clean diet is all about the acidity. You don't want the levels of acidity in your vagina to be raised or at an unhealthy level. So it's all about maintaining your pH. I believe that the correct level with the pH, or where it needs to be around, is this. There are certain tools and ways that you can measure that you can purchase at the store. If I find that information, I will put it down below in the description box. Number 5. If you do still have a period or menstrual cycle, that's the same thing. Try to use organic pads and organic tampons. There was this video I watched on Facebook, I believe, and it was basically how with pads and regular tampons, there are certain chemicals that are in the tampons and pads that cause you to bleed more. They want you to bleed more so that you purchase more product. But with organic tampons and organic pads, they don't contain all of those chemicals that are in regular feminine products. The ones that I typically get are from Target, and they come in this big.
Bruh. Sorry.
The ones that I typically get are from Target, and they come in this nice little round can. They come about maybe $15, $20, $30-ish, about $6, $7, and they come in like little green packaging. So they work for me, and I use them. If I don't get them from Target, I get them from Kroger. Kroger, they're a little bit more expensive, maybe around $6, $7, and they come in a little box. And I believe they don't have the plastic or cardboard applicator. It's just literally the little cloth part, and you have to put it in. But it gets a little better versus the regular pads and tampons that do have the chemicals in it. Alright, number 6, your man's hygiene. So with your man's hygiene, sometimes before you get down and dirty, man, sometimes he just likes to get in and it's just like bam, like that's it. But go and tell him to run to the restroom real quick and wipe off all day from his little doodle. Go wipe it off real quick with a little washcloth and a little bit of soap. Because sometimes your man's hygiene can affect you and your pH. It's not my business. Y'all do what y'all want to do. But if you're having problems down there, it could be due to your man's hygiene. So something to explore, something to discuss. If that could be an issue. Number 7. When you get out the shower, or even if you just wipe your cooter off with the washcloth, it's a good idea to air dry. This was something that I started maybe 2-3 years ago. Whenever you take a shower, just lotion up, do whatever you gotta do, and just walk around, do chores around the house, do this and that, and just let it air dry. When you get out the shower, you want your pores to close. And if you immediately put on your drawers and put on your pajamas and do whatever it is you gotta do, you can start sweating, and the sweat can start to intermingling with the water that hasn't dried off, and that can create more bacteria. So it's a good idea to air dry at least for 10-20 minutes. Number 8. If you can, try to use a washcloth when you wash your vagina. Typically what you do with your washcloth when you're done with it, you hang it up. And when you hang up your washcloth, it can get mildew. And a lot of bacteria from the air can get on the washcloth. And what you do when you're ready to take a shower, you take your washcloth and you start to, soap and lather it up. And you start to wipe yourself with it. And you're putting all that bacteria back into you. So what you can opt to do is use your hands and just wash yourself that way. That way you don't have to worry about washcloths piling up and having to do laundry and trying to find a washcloth time to come, get in the shower. Just use your hands, put the soap in your hands, and wash it. You don't have to worry about that additional bacteria going in and out. And also, you can opt to have 2 washcloths. One for your cooch, one for your ass. And you can just wipe your body with like a loofah or a sponge or with something else. Alright. Number 9. Wait, is that 9? The underwear that you choose. Sometimes we like to be sexy. We like to put on nice lingerie and get out sexy for our man. And sometimes we just like to be extra and wear it to work. I ain't got time for all that. Especially when it comes to comfort. What's worked for me is using cotton underwear. making sure that at least it has 80 to 95% cotton. And if the whole entire drawers are not fully cotton, have the crotch area be 80 to 95% cotton. I believe cotton is breathable. So at least, you know, with your underwear, try to wear as often as you can cotton underwear so that your vag can breathe. And at night, what I like to do is I like to opt to not wear underwear at all. I want as much time as possible for my hoo-ha to breathe and get as much air as possible. And also, it's just more comfortable and you don't have to worry about being constricted and all this and whatever the case may be. Opt to get some more cotton underwear in your underwear collection. Trying to wear too much lingerie. You can get a pack of cotton underwear at Walmart for, I don't know, this much. And number 10, honestly, push come to shove, if you're still having issues with your hygiene down there, go to a doctor. They'll go ahead and examine you and test you to see if you have BV, which is bacterial vaginosis, or see if you have a yeast infection or something more serious. So typically antibiotics can treat any situation, but again, each situation is different. But going to a doctor, honestly, is nerve-wracking and very personal, and having somebody all between your legs and you gotta sit there and look all crazy and whatnot. But if you think about it, how many vages they probably look at it on a daily basis, they've seen it all. So, and I'm sure they smelled it all too. As disgusting as that may sound, they've seen and smelled everything. But at the end of the day, if you're still having issues, the best bet is just to go to a doctor so they can properly prescribe to you what needs to be done. And typically the antibiotics can be taken orally. I believe the name is called this. And typically it clears up. Those are my tips on how to, keep your feminine hygiene in order and under wraps. Things, again, that have worked for me. Tell me what works for you. I would love to hear it. Of course, like, comment, subscribe for more content. Again, comment down below. I'd love to see what works for you. If there's anything different, I'd love to hear about it. Hope y'all staying safe through this whole coronavirus pandemic. I'll be back with more content. Thanks again for watching my video. I hope to see you soon.